All right, guys, you're on with Rainmakers Weekly. We are in week 8. This is episode 2. And man, do we have a show for you today. So we're going to be talking about different things from number one from last week. All right. Some information we found out. Keep in mind, Rainmakers is still fresh. It's still brand new. People are still trying to figure this thing out and exactly what it is and how it's going to go for years to come. So first off, if you were following from last week and you played that line from Thursday night, you're welcome. You won $125. Let's go. Where's the money? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, on to the next deal. Week 8 podcast. We're going to talk about clarifications and some things that we got wrong. Specifically, I got wrong. All right. Number one is we said that if you buy one of these Reignmakers NFTs, that, you'll be able to use it for the rest of their NFL career. Let me be completely direct with you here and tell you that is not correct. The way it works is you're going to have it for the rest of the NFL season of this inaugural season. Okay. Now, with that same information, you'll be able to use them in the following seasons. They're going to have specific contests that are going to be based around that. You're also going to be able to burn them for those who are not fully developed with crypto and NFTs yet. Basically, when you burn something, you're creating something else. So if you're burning your card, DraftKings just in general hasn't released exactly what it's going to be, but you could expect it to be like, hey, if you have 5 Chase Claypools or something, and you burn them from this year, you might get like a rare Chase Claypool of next year or something like that. I'm just throwing, a possibility out there, something to think about. They're going to come up with something that's going to make sense. And that's also going to, bring people to buy more cards because they know they're going to be able to burn. The next thing is you can just keep them. I mean, it is the inaugural season. There's only going to be one ever inaugural season, all right? And that's it. So, it's a highly likely chance if you have one of those, expensive or amazing rookie cards or just superstar cards that are just, especially low edition, et cetera, you may just want to hold on to it. Who knows what it's going to be worth? Value, there's a lot of different things here. Again, this is all brand new. This is all fresh. Something to think about. You're going to have the choice when it comes to that. We talked about the contest in future seasons and also want to explain franchise scores. So did some more research and figured some data out. Genesis cards, so Genesis, which is the highest rated you can get of that level, okay? The Genesis cards is going to give you 5 times the franchise score, as well as other utilities which are going to be announced going forward. So when you're looking at, what card do I want to buy, if you can get a Genesis with a low edition, that's probably going to be your best route as long as it's within, your budget. That's another thing. Keep in mind, we do this all for entertainment purposes only. Everything that we say is not to, get you to, spend money and throw money at it. I mean, it's all for fun. And if you win, you win, but it's clearly all for entertainment purposes. Want to be just completely clear and direct there. Okay.
Not financial advice.
Yeah. Not financial advice. This is something we do as a hobby. I've actually done DraftKings for 5 years, and I've been in fantasy football now since 2003. So we're going on almost 20 years. So I've been in this game a while. I've seen it. I've watched people that were, oh man, they're supposed to be number 1 and just totally become a dud. And then I've seen people that are like, man, why did you even pick him up? He's going to be trash. And then he turns into this top 5 wide receiver.
I'll tell you what happened to me one time.
Go ahead.
The first year I played fantasy football, I'm pretty sure I've been in it for 15 years now. Randy Moss was going from the Raiders to the Patriots, and he was supposed to be washed up. And I drafted Randy Moss in like the 9th, like the 7th late. I drafted him late. And that was what year that was. Everybody, y'all watching know what year that was. And needless to say, I won the league, and it wasn't difficult.
It
But
wasn't difficult. It was kind of like, bro, you got Randy Moss?
I had to throw that
You're
in.
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. See,
Yeah.
so that's an exact thing right there, right? And that came from just absolute football knowledge of like, this makes sense no matter what the experts are saying, because a lot of times they're not right anyway. So, how about that Chicago New England game? Man, Tom, we really should have recorded a podcast before that game, man. We would have made people a lot of money, would we have not?
Yeah, definitely. I made money. You made more money than I did because I bet about 1/6 of what you bet, and I'm still pretty happy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, basically, just to explain that, me and Tom, we talked before the game, and we were looking at some structures, and everything said Bears are going to win this game and win it handily. Now, we didn't know if it was going to go over or under because honestly, that could have went a lot of different ways. But we were very convinced that the Bears were going to win this game. It it literally made sense for that to happen. Lots of different reasons behind that, but just hey, we may just do some on the fly podcast from our phones whenever, especially when we're like, hey, listen, this is going to happen, and here's the reason why. We may just pull something out like that. So,
Yep.
um,
And I tell you
all
what,
right,
though, I did
yeah.
start to a couple of beads of sweat when Bailey Zappi came out and started making it rain.
Oh yeah, man, 14 points in what? Like a minute and
40,
45 real seconds?
40, yeah, exactly.
I was like, okay,
I was
14-10.
like, oh,
Well,
uh-oh.
how does this work? Yeah, that was pretty interesting how that came to be. So,
Yeah.
yeah, quarterback controversy. I don't care what they say. It's absolutely a controversy. Just because he didn't figure it out the second half doesn't mean anything. Mac Jones couldn't even figure out how to get 75 yards in 1.5 quarters. So I'm sorry, 1 and 3/4 quarters. So I mean, for what that's worth, I think if it's me and it's my opinion, Zappy is the better quarterback and he is the future. That's how I feel about it. Jones, I think that he doesn't fit the system, and I think that he's at the end of the season. It's going to be time for him to move on.
With the amount of snaps that Zappy's taken and the amount of snaps that Mac has taken, and you look at them side by side. I mean, look at what Peyton Manning, didn't he break the record for interceptions thrown his rookie year? That's going to happen with young quarterbacks. So, but Bailey Zappi, when you have like a sample size of a game, look at the throws he makes and then look at Mac Jones, and it just seems like Zappy's a little quicker, and he has sort of that, I don't want to say Brady-esque ability to, hit guys on slants and it feels like he makes reads quicker. So you know what? This is one of those things we're just going to have to wait and see, though.
Kenny Pickett, anyone?
Could I interest you in that? The picks, the
that
Pick
man
brothers.
almost. Listen, he completes almost every single one of his passes. Maybe not to the Steelers, but he does complete almost every single one of his passes. Take that as you will. All right. Now, all right. So let's get into week 8. We have the Deadfellaz contest coming up. Deadfellaz. So if you've been paying attention to anything with DraftKings, if you opened up your app or you've seen anything, that's what all the hype is about right now. So they actually came out to purchase yesterday. I wound up purchasing. I was going to just purchase 2 packs, and then I was like, I want to get a third. So I took some of the winnings from Monday night, and I actually did pick up a third. So I did get 3 packs. So let's go ahead and get into that, talk about what the contests are. And I don't think they actually released the contest yet. Need to look at that. Everything's still fresh, guys, so we're still getting there.
Yeah.
All right. So when we go here, you can literally join the drop, all right? Collect the limited edition before it's too late. Basically what it is it's for October 30th and the 31st. You can win all sorts of prizes, money, Deadfellaz NFTs, which is a blue chip NFT. For those who don't know what a blue chip NFT is, basically it's a certified solid project that is out there. All right. There's only a few of them, and when you find a blue chip NFT, check out the community, feel what you feel about it, make sure you like what it is, and then hey man, if it makes sense, go ahead and get that purchase. You never know what it's going to do, right?
It's kind of like getting that blue check on,
Yeah,
Twitter. It's the NFT equivalent of that, basically saying, okay, this is a real, company. This is a real group of guys. It's not going to be like a rug pull or something like that. So,
absolutely, absolutely, fully verified, right?
yep.
So all right, so we're looking at this right here. It works like this. You join the Deadfellaz drop, which is available now. You can purchase a special edition pack. They're $99.99. You can use your Deadfellaz player actually in these gated contests. So you're going to get an email, which I haven't even checked my email in the last hour, so it's probably getting ready to pull up because at some point they're going to have to release it, right? It's going to be for October 30th and October 31st. So that's going to be for your Sunday and your Monday night football game. All right. Sunday all day and Monday night football. You're going to compete against other players for cash prizes, NFTs of Deadfellaz, Reignmakers packs, and much more. What's good about this is you can also use those same Deadfellaz to battle in Reignmakers contests for the rest of the season. And there you go. So like, the players, just to kind of give you an idea, let's see here. They have, where are we at? Where are the people? Well, I
They
know a
do
few of them
have
up here.
yeah,
Yeah,
they do have the
yeah,
normal applications that you would get from just purchasing a Rainmakers. Like, don't think this is just a one-shot deal.
right. Like say you get a Tyreek Hill, right? Well, Tyreek Hill is going to be money. Like
Mm-hmm.
let's get real. Like don't
You
worry
got
about
Matt.
last game, right? Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill.
It's odd that they
You
would
have
choose
Deontay
Chase
Johnson.
Claypool too. Yeah.
I know, right? This is two Pittsburgh wide receivers. Don't we
Uh-huh.
have something to talk about there, Tom? Don't we have something coming up with
Mixon,
that?
we do. I'd like to
Hmm.
also point out that four of these six that are displayed are NFC
Mixon and
North.
Higgins.
There's
Look at
yeah,
this.
but what I will say about Claypool is there are some trade talks, and we'll get to that later.
AFC North. Very interesting how that's working right
Hmm.
there, guys.
And then you got an
Something to
AFC
really.
East with Tyreek and an NFC West with Stafford. So those don't matter, but I think it's funny. Four out of those six.
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
All right, so looks like you can join the contest here. Contest full. Really?
Oh.
Well, I completely
Uh-oh.
missed that. All
Oh
right, well,
boy.
I'm going to go ahead and join this contest because I
Hmm.
haven't done that yet. So let me go ahead and do that. Well, I guess that I guess it wants me to go ahead and pick my lineup. So, all right, well, I guess we're going to be doing that. And
All
then I'm going to
right.
go ahead and join this contest too.
And then can you shop for a dead fellow while you're making your lineup? But then how do you
Yeah, so I have Deadfellaz in here. I guess you don't need to
how
play
do
them.
you
I,
how do you
it's
filter it
so
though?
interesting. Let's see something here. Captain. Uh, well, let's see. So I know I have Claypool, right?
Hmm.
Uh, or maybe no. Hold on. Maybe a Hill. What is this? All right. Well, I need to pull. Oh, this is for a showdown. This is for
Yeah,
Monday night.
yeah.
Okay. I
Right.
have Chubb. Okay. And I have an addition. Look, I have a Deadfellaz right here. I have a Deadfellaz Chubb. Rare. Pretty cool, right? So I need to pull that up. I need to see exactly how that's going to work. All right. That's something we're going to definitely discuss as we go through with our lineups, guys, because we're going to be doing that anyway. Can't believe I missed that contest. Wow. All right. So very interesting. You're going to be able to use them for, in the future, et cetera, et cetera. All good things here. So, okay. So, next, let's go ahead and talk about some showdowns, man. Let's talk about this Baltimore Tampa Bay game.
Hmm.
Baltimore Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. Tom Brady coming off 2 terrible just losses. I mean, how do you lose to the hapless Panthers? We talked about that, but how do you lose to the hapless Panthers who are losing? I mean, you have C-Mac that's gone. Um, just, yeah, I'm not really sure, but we're going to go ahead and pull up contests. Where are we here? There we go. And we're going to talk about this Thursday night football game, which is literally, you're watching this probably at 6 a.m. in the morning or so on Thursday. So that's literally happening right like tonight. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And again, if you would have watched this or listened to this podcast last Thursday, you would have won $125. So go ahead and stay tuned. We may have some good stuff for you here. All right, we're going to go ahead and draft our team, and we're going to talk about why we're going to do this, give you some real good football knowledge of what's really going on, and why we're going to go ahead and talk through this. So, all right, let's talk about Baltimore's defense and how horrendous and absolutely just terrible they are. Their DBs are horrible.
Torchable.
Now, with that being said, Mike Evans, I said that. Mike Evans is going to go absolutely bonkers tomorrow night.
You know how he feels. He is not going to drop. I doubt he'll. Man, he's got to feel so bad. He's not going to drop any wide open touchdown passes this time. I damn near
Absolutely
guarantee
not. Godwin is missing a step, and that's a true thing. He came back from injury. Tom, you really stated that to me earlier, and you're absolutely right on that. He's missing a step, guys. Like, there's no doubt about it. I'm a Chris Godwin fan, but he's not the same.
He's not separating.
Yeah, exactly. And Mike Evans is going to torch the Baltimore defense. So, in our captain spot, there is no doubt. Remember how I said Hopkins, a no-doubter, last week?
And he got 14 targets?
No doubt. Absolutely. 14 targets, 104 yards, and
10 catches.
And 10 catches.
He got work.
Absolutely. Mike Evans is going to torch them this week. All right. I'm going to go ahead and, while we're on the air, I'm going to go ahead and purchase one. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, you're going to see how I'm doing this. I'm going to go by addition low, because here's the deal, guys. You're playing a showdown. That is a fact. Okay. You are playing a showdown, and there is a reason why this is happening. All right. You want to get the lowest addition possible, because if all this goes to play and all this, plays out the way I truly believe it is, whoever has the lowest addition, what it is, they add all the addition numbers together of all 4 of them, and whoever has the lowest addition wins it. So in this particular case, I can look at number 6 for 45, which is Elevate, or I can look at number 7 for 50, which is Genesis. So knowing what I know now about how powerful they are, okay, I am actually going to go ahead and go for this number 7 for $50 for the Genesis. What do you think about that, Tom?
Yeah, solid. It looks like a solid value there. It's
looks like solid value, right?
That's when you sort by addition low and you see the lowest price there. I mean, I like to steer clear of the phrase no brainer sometimes, but appears to be the best option.
In fact, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pick up both of these. I'm going to pick up Genesis number 7, and I'm going to pick up Elevate number 7. So, because, I mean, you look at 6, like somebody can go get number 6, you're welcome to. Go get it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pick up number 7 and number 7. I'm going to play both of them. I'm going to play 2 lines. So I'm going to pick up number 7 from Mike Evans. All right, let's go into that right now. All right, we're going to add to the lineup, and he is going to be our captain.
Quick note, while DeAndre Hopkins got 14 targets last week, Mike Evans got 15 targets last week.
15 targets last week.
Yeah.
15.
And 9 catches on 15 targets. And that 10th, y'all know what that 10th one would have done. It would have added about, in non-PPR leagues, a cool 10, 12 points to his score.
All right. So we know Mike Evans is going to go absolutely off, right? Next, we are going to, we have to talk about this. Okay. Thursday Night Football, other than last week and one other week, which was out of nowhere, right? It was Cleveland and Pittsburgh or something, went over.
Was week 2, yeah.
Week 2, right? Last week, we called it, was an absolute barn burner.
Barn burner.
We called it. We knew it was going to be.
Yep.
Amazon needs the ratings, period. This is going to go bonkers. Forget the defense. Just don't even get IDPs this week, individual defensive players, but you can count as the defense on Reignmakers. Just forget about it. If you have the Bucs defense, I'm sorry. If you have the Ravens defense, I'm also sorry. Just go pick up a flyer. You don't need them this week. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just take a punt on Devin Duvernay or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next one, all right, Andrews, absolutely not. Not this week. Andrews is a star. He's a stud. Not this week. He was on the field for 87 snaps, like almost every single one of them last week. But the deal is he is still injured. He is still hurting. He has missed practices. It's not looking good. Don't have him on there. Just don't. Okay. But with that being said, again, if it's going to be high scoring, which it is, who else do you want? You want the other side of the coin, right? So you're going to want a Bateman, okay? Now, we actually need to go shopping, so let's go shop. Because I don't like number 1381. Not in this.
I would, I would say Lamar is a pretty safe bet too as a running quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
he's going to do what Justin Fields did last week.
So now we're looking for Rashad Bateman. Yep. And let's see what we got here. So let's go to momentum first. We're just going to take a look here. And guys, we do this so you can learn and see exactly how we do it. You can, copy it. You can look at the flow. You can be like, okay, so now I'm going to take a paper and a pen and I'm going to write down momentum. All right. Momentum, number 11, which is a good number, is $12. All right. I'm now going to go back. Where are we at here?
Bateman's.
I'm going to look at the booster set.
Heads up, Bateman's questionable with a. Come on, foot. I don't know. That might be nothing.
He'll be fine.
It might be nothing.
Yeah.
But Duvernay has outperformed him. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, we're taking them both and Jackson.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a high. It's going to be a high scoring game, guys. Like, this is going over. All right. I'm just letting you know. All right. So we can get number 3 for $20 and number 4 for $24. Okay. Good. Number 4 for $24. So obviously if you have number 3 and number 4, well then you're not going to be beating any of those. And that's on booster. And again, we're going for the lowest edition. That's what we're going for here to see if it makes the most sense. All right, so we got momentum, booster. Now we're going to look at Genesis. All right, don't like any of those. So we're going to go to, is that it for core? No, we have Elevate, right? Elevate and Prize Set. So we're going to look at Elevate. I don't know what they're thinking there.
Right.
Uh, Eastern MH. Sorry, bro. You may
Yeah.
want to
I
change
go.
that. That's never gonna sell, brother.
I would go
So
down to probably number 19 there if that's what that is.
right, right. Yep. All right. So look at the price set. So let's just see. We're looking for a bargain, but we're also looking for a low edition. All right. Number 17 for $10.
Hmm.
Okay.
Got some
That
single digits going on
sounds.
there too.
Yep. Yep. So we have. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up number 17 for $10. Let's go and get that now. Okay. That's a good bargain. That's a good bargain. And I'm also going to go back because I did like those. I'm going to go back to, what was it? Was it Momentum? Number 11 was what? Number 11. Number 11 was $12. Yep. And then number 3 and number 4 is 20 and 24. So I'm going to pick up number 17 for 10. That's good. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this one right here. I think I'm going to play a few more. I really like this game. I really do believe this game is going to be a barn burner, guys. So you want to be ready. You want to be set.
So we're
So
talking
booster,
no dinks, no dunks, no running game, just bombs. You're going to Evans, Bateman,
bombs,
Duvernay, Lamar.
Evans, yes, absolutely.
All right.
Yep. All right. So we're going to go ahead and that means I'm going to pick up some more Evans too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So number 3 for 20. Okay. And number 4 for 24. We're going to do this. This is happening. All right. Now, we're good on Bateman. We've got 4 of them. Or I've got some others. But again, this is before I knew what I was doing. Now I know what I'm doing. And if you heard last week what happened to me week 6, cut me out of $1,000 just because of something I didn't know. Because I tied for first. So there's that. Yeah. Not salty at all because I do understand football and I get it. Didn't understand that, but I'm so glad I can share that information with you. Lower edition is going to win it, especially if it's a tie. In Showdown, expect ties. It is what it is. It's the nature of the game. That's the way it works. So we're going to go now to Marketplace. Okay, and we're going to search for. We've got to search for Evans. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you might have to type Mike Evans.
It's just being all weird.
Sometimes they'll give it to you with the last name, but
Here we go. This is what I'm looking. I was looking for the football collection. I was in the wrong thing.
There
All
you
right,
go.
so we're gonna look at Mike Evans again. Okay,
Get
and
it.
we're gonna do the same thing, guys. So we're gonna go. We're gonna look at this one. We're looking for the lowest edition that makes the most sense without breaking the bank. Looks like booster set core 6 for 70. Yeah, bro, that's not happening. That's just not happening. So, not gonna do that one. We will look at Genesis. I know we just picked up a Genesis, right? I think this is the one that we were talking about.
Oh, Mike Evans rolling up to picture day for these things like, hey, bro, I got kids.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
It's
bro,
like,
my
hey,
daughter woke me up at 3.
bro,
Come on. Just take the picture and get me out of here.
take a picture and get me out of here, man. I got things to do, bro.
Oh, man. You can
It's
hit
good
that X
stuff.
on Bateman, man. It'll filter out your results a little bit. Yeah, bro, just
Man.
looking at his card, man. That was like the first thing that popped into my head because I followed him on Instagram for a while last year. I was like, I know he has like a little daughter and stuff, and I can just see him being like, bro, I didn't get any sleep last night.
Yeah.
Let's get this NFT thing taken care of.
Right. Yeah. Whatever the cool kids are doing nowadays.
Yeah, right. He's like, man, I've been in the league for what, knocking on 10 years probably.
Something like that. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna pick up number 7. Makes sense.
How you feel about the
And
refs getting autographs from Mike Evans, by the way?
oh man, I'm all for it. They're people too. Regardless of what they say with all the blah 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 and all the brass, whatever. I love it. They're people too. They got kids. I don't see anything
Uh,
wrong with that.
yeah, it's a little. I don't know, man. It seems bribe adjacent.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and then if you don't sign it, it's like you're going to get that holding call.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this number 6 too, just because I'm a nut. I'm a nut, guys. I know you're just meeting me and you're just figuring it out, but I am literally that guy. All right. Um, and I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be it because I'm really only playing like a few lineups, but in my main, which we'll get to, I'm going to play. I'm going to play one as well. All right, so we'll look at that. All right, so we have Evans, we have Bateman, um,
Duvernay.
Duvernay. Okay, so let's go back over to where we were here. Where were we?
Unless, nah, I'm not going to say it. This is too much. This is too much. If I tell you what, for the people who have a bunch of extra money to throw around and want to take a wild swing on a complete moonshot that you have like 0.00003% chance of hitting, but if it hits, oh boy, is it the most glorious thing that's ever happened to you? Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely. Hmm.
He's like a rookie.
Hmm.
They've been raving about him. He started to get targets there for a minute, and then what happened? And then Mark Andrews is out. Is that an O or a Q? Mark Andrews is
Oh,
not,
that's a
I
Q.
don't think, going to have a very high snap count. I mean, look, if they want to kick the tires on this rookie, you know, just throwing it out
Bateman.
there.
Here we go. Number 3. Okay, and then Duvernay, right?
Yes.
Duvernay. I think I have a few Duvernay. I picked him up. I do. I probably got
hmm
low additions too.
He's the
Or
only
not.
deep threat now that Marquise Brown is
Yeah.
both gone to Arizona and injured. Duvernay's kind of,
Yeah, he became that
well,
guy, didn't he?
and Bateman. But Bateman, man, he hasn't been healthy. Baltimore is having some real health problems. Just I thought it was a running back thing, but it seems to be all players. You got Andrews, your tight ends out, your wide receiver, they're perpetually banged up. Your running
Hmm.
backs, JK, you get Justice Hill, hobble for a couple weeks. Gus Edwards come back. Now JK Dobbins is on IR. It's like they have a musical chairs of injured reserve.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
Anyway, with that said, guys, pick up those Ravens.
For sure. Absolutely.
They're going to
And
pay for, if
now,
there's a week to pay for it, it's going to be this week.
hey, isn't Duvernay? He's the kick returner, isn't he?
Possibly. He
I think he's the
was,
or the punt returner.
at the very least, was. He may still be. So you might have a double bladed sword there.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Oh, don't worry about the kickers this week. You're not going to need them.
Yeah.
Not in this game. Okay.
Those were great for the previous Thursday night snooze fests.
Absolutely. You needed every bit of them. All
All
right.
the kickers, all the defenses in that god awful Denver,
Oh.
Indianapolis. Was that what that is? God, man.
Oh God. Yeah.
I went out.
Oof.
I bought wings. I spent money on wings and drinks to watch that game, and I won it all back.
Goodness. Well, that's all. Hey, that's a W as it is. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. All right. So I know that you guys have seen me go through here. You're seeing how I'm filtering. You're
Mm-hmm.
seeing the method to the madness that is DraftKings. Okay. Um,
It is Rainmaker.
you're seeing what's happening. Rainmakers. Okay. We're gonna go back to where we were here. Now we purchased some Duvernay. All right. In fact, we got to refresh because it's not even picking it up.
It's gonna bump all your
There we
cards.
go.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay. So we know we're going Evans, captain. Absolutely. No doubt. Man's going to crush it. All right. And we're going to go ahead and go Bateman. Where's my number 3? There you go. Number 3. Let's go. All right. You're going to go Duvernay. Number 3. Actually, hold on. I got number 2 in there. It may just matter. It may just matter. All right. What was that? Duvernay, number 2? All right. Number 2. And we're going to go Jackson. What number do I have of him? 453. Golly. Gonna have to change that.
Man, I'm even worse. I got mine out of a pack. The one
It's
Jackson
gonna
that
be
I have,
expensive.
and it was like 1,700 or something.
Yeah. Those packs,
you gotta-
like, man, it's like, man, give me a good one, man. Just give me a good one.
Right.
Just give me a good one.
Every once in a while.
Yep. Okay, you got number 11 for 56. Might be okay. Might be all right. It is Lamar Jackson, guys. All right.
It's better than 500. $500. Jeez.
Yep. Let's see here. What is this here? Still looking like number 11. All right. Superstar sets. People are still trying to figure out how to price these cards. It's pretty hilarious, actually.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I tell you what, man. If you've got it, if you want to dangle something out there for $500 and see if somebody takes it, then
Sure.
more power to you. You know.
Absolutely. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and while you're on that, is Denver and Jacksonville going to get their own showdown for that Monday morning game? Or are they heaping them in with the daytime games?
Are they? We need to look at that. I think they are.
Let me see if I can open a fresh tab without my computer
Go ahead and check that.
Giving up on me.
Man, it may be that number 11 for 56. Man, that might be the ticket.
Yeah.
Number 2 for
that's
110.
That's what I would do.
Number 2 for 110. Oh. I'm not doing that for a core. Let's see if somebody just made a mistake.
It'd be funny if you could haggle.
Mistakes are out there, guys. They're out
there. It's like open up a chat box and start haggling with the owner.
Yeah. Look at this. Bro, number 1 Genesis for 175? Somebody made a mistake. Somebody made an error. All right, so number 11 for $50.
Where does it say Genesis? Oh, okay. You're in the
Genesis.
Sorry. Yep, you're in the set. My bad.
We're doing this. Thank you, Carbach. Must be from Houston. Go
Wait,
Astros.
What? Oh, that's what it says? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Carbach must be from H-Town.
Nice.
Right, so we're gonna do number 11 for $50. Give that man some money so he can go ahead and bet on the. Oh, sure. Yeah. All right. That's fine.
The over.
Bet on the Stros to win the whole series.
That
absolutely.
Too.
Or yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's going on here? Yeah, number 11 Genesis for $50. I think I will. Thank you very much. And my friend, I think we are complete for Thursday night because that's going to go right here. And it always resets me, doesn't it? No, there it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to go with, no, it is going to reset me because it's not pulling Jackson. All right. So we are going to go with Evans and the captain. We talked about that. Right here. What we said, Duvernay?
Bateman. Duvernay.
Yep.
All right. My page finally loaded.
All right. Number 2.
And I'm going to
then
sort
Jackson,
by time.
Number 11. All right, guys. So that means I've got 9, 11, My full number is 22. Do you think I got a good shot?
Oh, yeah.
22.
That'll
We're
work.
gonna go ahead and submit that lineup. Was it $1,000 cash to first place? That right there is going to triple what I spent on tonight's cards. That's going to happen. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that definitely in our next week. How, man, okay, you spent $280 on NFT cards. I did, but at the same time, you literally just won $1,000. I mean, what just happened there, right? So you have to give some to get some. Okay, so that is Thursday night. How are we looking on?
Yes. There's a
Are they
showdown.
doing a showdown?
Yes.
There is a showdown. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So across the pond, first off, Jacksonville always seems to play overseas. Like,
Yep. They're the
it
rejects.
almost feels like that's their second home.
Oh. Wait, who's listed as the home team? Is that where you're going with this? Yeah.
Probably
They are
Jacksonville.
listed as
Is it
they are
Jacksonville?
listed as it's Broncos at Jags.
Of course.
I got it written
Absolutely.
down too.
Guys,
Yeah, at Jacksonville.
there are so many apparently Jacksonville Jaguars fans in London, and they just accepted and adopted them as their team. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if it's the mascot or what, but they absolutely adopted them for sure. Now, with that being said, Denver and Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm. It's time.
What is happening here?
Let's ride.
What's going on? You think he's healed? You think he's going to be back?
You seen that? He's stretching the plane. He's slapping himself around like White Goodman in Dodgeball.
I see it.
Yeah. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Yeah. I guess we're going to find out, huh?
I think, man, we're going to see a little bit of Russell Wilson. I think he's going to make some noise. I could be totally wrong.
Well, considering I have him in 2 of my fantasy football leagues, I would love for that to happen. And I have Jerry Jeudy also. So I would love for that to happen. In fact, I need that to happen. Like, let's make that happen. All right.
Who's their guy besides MG3? Their running back.
Okay,
not Boone.
Where is that next showdown? Is it? Oh, right here. You're talking about this one, Denver at Jacksonville, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right.
There's
we're about to hop into it.
4. There's like 3 showdowns, at least 3.
Let's go ahead and draft a team. Here we go. All right, guys. So, captain ETN. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
This is. Oh, well, you know what? I've got to purchase him.
Also, watch out because his little brother, you know where his little brother is right now? Or is it his cousin?
Where?
Anyway, he has a blood relative who is a true freshman at the University of Florida. And he's also a running back, and I watch him every Saturday home game, and he's pretty good.
You guys paying attention? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so a couple years whenever.
You said, really? So University of Florida, so he's a Florida Gator.
He is a Florida Gator.
Okay. All right, so give me a second here. I'm actually purchasing some more because we do have to get that going. So 1 second.
I'm going to have to wear a Gator shirt next podcast.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. All right, we're going to do, I want to make sure we have enough. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yep.
I tell you what, I will wear a Gator shirt when Kyle Pitts has a good week. How about that? When Kyle goes double digits in non-PPR leagues, he breaks 60 yards and a touchdown. That's when it's time. I'm waiting on you, Kyle. Okay, wherever the fantasy world is waiting on you. Kyle Pitts was supposed to be the best thing since Travis Kelce,
Bro, he
but
should go off. Like,
I
he has
I
all the
can't.
makings of I'm gonna go
Yep,
off.
he's a receiver, man. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this number 2 for $40. People don't realize, I guess, that he's the starting for he's the starting running back for the Jacksonville
For
Jaguars
Jacksonville
now.
Jaguars, yeah. Because James Robinson,
And
as you may have heard, went to the Jets because Brees Hall,
went to
as you
the
may have heard,
Jets
torn ACL and meniscus out for the season.
for the season.
For the season.
Oh. And when you tear your ACL, that's like, oh,
And
see you next
meniscus
year,
is,
buddy. Get
yeah,
better.
yep. Meniscus is a
Mm,
6-weeker on its own.
mm, mm,
Yeah, the
mm.
ACL, bro, Dobbins just came back from that. He's been gone for a
Goodness.
year, over a year. So,
So enter in Travis Etienne, and we have a repeat of Clemson's offense. People don't. There's some people that are listening right now that don't recognize that Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback for Clemson, and
mhm.
Etienne was the running back for Clemson, and they played at the exact same time.
This reunion
What
was
does that
supposed to
tell you?
happen last year, chemistry, but
Correct.
ETN got a season-ending injury last year, so this reunion has been postponed, and the Jags have been quietly better than usual. You know, this is a
Yep.
real team. Doug Peterson can coach, and you know,
Yep.
they got a standalone game. Is this the Jags' first standalone game of the season? I think it is. Is this is
Uh,
where they have a little party?
yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
So we can pick up number 7 for $10 and number 6 for 20 for Judy. I'm doing that. I'm gonna pick up both of them because I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. Oh, and here's the reason why. Okay, so Judy is Russ's favorite target. Clearly, uh, volume alone makes him an absolute must start, must play. Get in there. All right. Sutton is a wonderful wide receiver. He's number 1. He's the wide receiver 1, but for whatever reason, he cannot break away and he is not getting the looks from Russ. Period. So, with that information, knowledge of football here, no matter what they say, Judy is the wide receiver for the Broncos. Sutton is just there if Judy isn't open. And then you have Dulcich. Boy, did we call Dulcich or what?
Yeah, he came out swinging, and he tripled his targets from week 6 to week 7.
For those that don't know, because we haven't really shared it, I almost walked away with $1 million prize on Monday Night Football. Yeah, that almost happened. I had Dulcich and the captain, had all the right people, and then Melvin Gordon apparently didn't play. He played, but not he didn't play. And Sutton, I should have replaced him with Judy. So that taught me everything I needed to know. I literally had the lineup that was going to win it all, just didn't have it. Like, I had the lineup that should have won it all.
There you
But for
go.
whatever reason, problems and people are not dealing with people. And that's what took the $1 million away. So, yeah. Take that as you will. I know football. Tom knows football. You follow us, guys. You're going to win money. It's just the way it works. Okay. So the other two is a toss-up. What do you think? Because I was looking at it earlier, and it can really go a lot of different ways. I really think Etienne is going to be the perfect captain. I think he's going to do all the right things. And then Judy is definitely in there. But now you have the question of, do you put both kickers in there? Because Broncos defense is solid. Like they are solid. So do you put the Jacksonville kicker in there? I don't know. Do you put Russell Wilson in there? Do you think it's going to be one of those just barn burner games? I mean, Jacksonville. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
will
This
tell
game
you
is tough.
the England games never seem to be a barn burner. They seem to be mostly clunkers. I don't know if that's because the guys go over there and they, go to the club or something. But
Hmm.
they either take a while warming up or, I've never seen a true barn burner. And
What was
maybe
it? Green Bay.
maybe
Green Bay
Vegas is
and the
noticing that
Giants
with
played.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe we're overdue for our first or second a rare. Let's call it a rare London barn burner.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't really
Hmm.
feel. I don't know how comfortable I feel
I
um,
feel that.
calling two. You know, but I'm horrible with 50-50 decisions. Because by the same
Man.
token, how behind are we on touchdowns from this point last season? It feels like
How
one.
many,
Some of
Tom?
the
Because I know it's a lot.
it's like around 100.
Man,
We do not have
that's
anywhere, dude. The NFL was turning into the freaking NBA last year, and they literally had to like recalibrate. I feel like we've
yeah.
never had this many snooze fests. It was like you
Jeez.
remember Seattle Detroit in like week 4 or 5, whatever it was like 45-48.
Yeah.
That was last season. Just you know,
Consistently like that.
man. So, I mean, is this the part where it's like, oh, look at all these, everybody's like, oh, look at all these unders, and people start jumping on the pattern, and then time to score?
Yeah.
People start jumping on, oh, Aaron's washed, Tom Brady's done, and then is this the time that trend reversals?
I
I don't
mean,
know, man.
it is mid-season. It is mid-season. And I'll tell you who's in
So,
mid-season form. I'm pretty sure we called it.
Joe
Lightning strikes twice for Joe
Burrow
Burrow.
and Jamar Chase. Yeah. Anyway, you want to say
Nice.
Cortland Sutton has a maybe a little redemption game here, or that's too much
I
of a
don't know,
punt?
man.
That's too
I
much of a
think that's too
punt.
much of a punt. Yeah.
So you
Russell
think
Wilson coming back.
You think maybe Dulcich with his targets? So he got a touchdown the first game. He
Yeah,
got targets the second game. Do you think he's gonna get like 10 more looks this game? He got 9 targets
I
last game.
think
He
so.
got 3 targets the game before. So if he's
Yeah.
gonna get looks, you think this is a week he puts it together? He's like 3 weeks, okay. Russ loves his tight ends. Look at Seattle, man. I seem to
I know.
remember a guy named Will Disley, who used to be a pretty, pretty nice piece of waiver wire candy from time to time because
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
another guy named Russell Wilson. Who were his? I mean, we could do a show on Russell Wilson's tight ends, honestly. We had Jimmy Graham. Was it Greg Olson up there for a while? I mean, anyway, I think this Dulcich guy, if he comes out and he puts his head down and he gets cool with Russ, he's going,
Yeah.
I think, to get looks.
You're making me want to go for the number one for 75 there, Tom. What is going on with this guy? What is their deal? This is
Who?
nutty.
Oh, this is Greg. Okay.
Yeah, Greg Dulcich, number one for $75, number two
I
for
mean,
45.
yeah, and then you got a 10 for 9.99. Tell you which one I'd be going for.
Going for this one right here.
That's right. Your boy's on a budget.
Feel that, man. I feel that. I've just got so many times so close to just winning that
Mm-hmm.
I just might need to just push it over the edge, man. And I'm that nuts anyway. And I do like Dulcich. I mean, hell, I called him. I was like, he's going to go off today. I was literally sitting in the CVS, not CVS.
Walgreens.
Yeah, I was sitting in the drive-thru. And I was just looking at everything and going through and listening, and I'm like, he's going to go off. I'm going to make him my captain. That was a great call. And the thing is, he was a $200 player on
He
regular
almost
DraftKings.
he almost got 2 touchdowns.
He almost got because he literally dropped the dang ball. He
The
dropped the
second
ball.
one went like that.
Yeah, I'm
Like he
buying
was
this shit.
literally just in the end zone. I mean, if it
I
doesn't
got it.
happen this week, I feel like it's gonna happen at some point this year. You're gonna be looking at Greg Dulcich being like, "You beautiful, you know, come here, mwah."
Right. What do you think about this lineup, man? So we got it's ETN in the captain, and then we have Judy, Wilson, and Dulcich in there as
I
well.
like it,
What do you think
man.
about that?
I don't know how much noise Trevor Lawrence is gonna make, but if Judy's supposed to go off and Dulcich is supposed to go off, then I mean Russell Wilson would have to be involved in that. I would think.
It looks right, doesn't it? Like I know Denver's defense is definitely something, right? And I,
Yeah.
I know a lot of times with Rainmakers, just the defense, you got to have them in there because you can triple them up, or technically you can quadruple them up, right? But here's the deal: if they just go off, like if the scores go up, those defensive players and anybody that was just gone, like that's a pointless lineup, and you're not going to win, right? If
Right.
it goes over, you're not going to win. So, with that being said, this is a sneaky game. It's a sneaky game because Jacksonville has the potential to score, right? They do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love the connection with Trevor Lawrence. I think that ETN is going to easily get 2 touchdowns, possibly a rushing touchdown, and possibly a throwing touchdown. So or a receiving touchdown. So I really do like this lineup. I think it's the right way to go. This is what I'm going to go ahead and go with. So we're going to go ahead and go with this one. So for those who are listening, we're going to go take ETN as a captain. We're going to take Judy, Wilson, and Dulcich. That's what we're going to do. That's happening.
And we're going to start moving this along here in a second because we're at the 53-minute mark. But just one quick note that I'd like to make going down the Jags wide receiving core. I'm looking at 4 receivers: Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Marvin Jones Jr., and Jamal Agnew. Guess how many multi-touchdown games these guys have combined for?
Please tell me.
2. You got one by Jamal Agnew in week 4 at Philly. 6 catches, 6 targets, 4 catches, 50 yards, 2 TDs. And Christian Kirk, week 2, Indy at home, 24-0. 6 targets, 6 catches, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So there's been two touchdown games by Jacksonville wide receivers this season. It's yeah, not a heck of a lot going on there. So I mean, I like DJ Chark. He couldn't stay healthy. He's in Detroit now doing nothing. So I'm not real thrilled with their receiving core right now, but it is what it is. Anyway, then we got what are you looking at next? The
So
Fiat
this
Frenzy
is
there. That's all the
Yep,
Sunday
this is
day
for all the
games.
games.
All right.
$2,000 to first place, man. This is the way to go. This is the money maker for the core. All right. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to say why we believe it's going to be this. So, I believe it's going to be a very high scoring game. I think Arizona, which is a dome team, at Minnesota, which is a
Another
dome
dome team.
team, is going to go absolutely bonkers.
Y'all saw what happened, New Orleans, Arizona. Was that last Thursday? You said, quote, a fast field, and
Yes.
I tell you what, man, those Arizona DBs looked fast.
Yeah. Fast
They
field.
run into the
That's
end
exactly
zone.
right.
Andy Dalton, they were doing backflips. You see that meme with Andy Dalton going, and the guy just like flying over his shoulder in the background? That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
Andy
Oh
Dalton's
yeah.
career in like one
That's
GIF.
his career. Oh, that was a meme all day. I was like, bro, this
Oh
is it.
man, yeah.
So we're gonna go with Kyler Murray as the quarterback, just because he's Kyler Murray and
Hmm.
he's got DeAndre Hopkins back. He's a completely, guys. I'm just gonna let you know he's a completely different quarterback when D Hop is on the field, because he throws it to D Hop and D Hop catches it and they score touchdowns. That's literally what happens. Okay, so now running back, none other than Derek the King Henry. He's going to be the superstar. You can only have one superstar right here when you're playing, and he's
So
absolutely
glad
the superstar.
Kyler Murray is not a superstar.
Just letting you
I
know
think he's
right
on the
now. Yeah, this guy. If you saw, or if you did anybody see what Josh Jacobs did to
Oh God.
Houston last week?
That's what I would expect Josh Jacobs to do damn near every week, but he is like the
So
Nick Chubb of the AFC West.
absolutely. So let's talk about what Derek the King Henry is going to do to Houston.
Should be ugly.
Should be ugly. It should be like
Should be
37
ugly.
to like 17.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
If
should be
that.
really bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm giving Houston too much credit. No, it's going to be like 7-10. It's going to be like 37-13. Yeah, because they'll
Yeah.
score one touchdown and then 2 field
I was
goals.
thinking like 12 or something. It might be a Kaimi Fairbairn
That's
day.
right. Yeah. So Derrick Henry is absolutely going to be the superstar for you. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about someone who has 0 touchdowns for the year
Oh boy.
and should
Let's
have
see.
5.
Can I guess?
Please do.
Does his name rhyme with Bralvin Damara?
Yes, it
Okay,
does.
yeah. Yeah,
This guy
he might be
right
on one of my
here,
teams.
my goodness, he has 0 touchdowns. He will
Yeah,
get 2 this week
he has tickled,
against Las
teased, and
Vegas.
tantalized every blade of grass on the field that is not in the end zone.
He will get 2, maybe 3, but he will get 2. Start Kamara. I don't care if the experts say don't start him. I'm telling you to
You,
start him.
you know who else flashed on New Orleans and hasn't been able to play in a while? Some guy who I hear that some teams have maybe can't guard. Maybe they have trouble guarding him. His name's
For
Michael
New Orleans,
Thomas. Yeah.
I
Is
thought
Michael
is he going to play?
He's been like a Q/D/O for the past. I mean, it says he's limited, or no, he's a DNP. He's DNP this week. I feel like they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know. He's a game time, guys. If he goes in, I'd consider working him into my lineup. His price might be
Gotcha.
down too because he's been out for a while. So if you're shopping for bargains and are trying to prepare for the next like week or 2 or 3,
Yeah.
there you go. Anyway, who you got next,
So,
Dennis?
all right. Next, we're going to definitely go with Mike Evans.
Mike Evans again.
Obviously, no
He has
doubt.
kids.
He has kids, guys. He's going to crush it. It's going to start tomorrow night or tonight. He's going to crush it. You're choosing Mike Evans here in your big roster here. All right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Oh boy.
And I'm doing this because Green Bay and Jair Alexander, he's a force. He's good. So obviously, I like Diggs. In fact, I think I have number one of Diggs. I do. I have Genesis number one of Stephon Diggs. Doesn't get better than that for core, right? Do you start him this week, or do you put Gabe Davis, who is not going to be covered for by Mr. Jair Alexander? I got to think Davis, man.
I also
I
saw
think Davis is going to have a crazy week.
Isaiah McKenzie's getting picked up in a few leagues, but Davis is the hotter of the two, I believe. So, yeah, I like that.
Or you have Philadelphia.
Yeah, there is
Devontae Smith,
AJ,
and I've got some good numbers for Devontae. Look at this: number 14 for core Genesis, number 30 for core Prize.
He's due, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Devontae's due for a game.
Mm-hmm. You have AJ Brown, who is
he's been balling.
Man, so do you like? I mean, because let's talk about this because Hill didn't really do much. Now, granted, Hurts is so much better than Tua. Like, let's get real. But
I'll tell you one thing: AJ Brown, 53 targets, 33 receptions. Devontae Smith has the same amount of receptions on 10 fewer targets. But AJ Brown has 100 more receiving yards, and they both have 2 touchdowns. Is this the week? Do you play, I could play AJ Brown because he's been more productive, but I could play Devontae Smith because he's due. That's Jalen's boy, man. They were at Bama together, so.
That's true. That's true. He's
catching 75% of his targets.
He is. You know what? Let's do that, man. Let's not even play the Buffalo game.
All right.
Let's do Devontae Smith. I like it. I like Smith.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about tight ends. So, tight
ends.
Njoku is out. Key there. So his backup. I forgot. I picked him up in fantasy. I just forgot his name.
Here's another moonshot. Hayden Hurst.
Oh, Harrison Bryant. That's what it was. Yeah. Hayden Hurst. Yeah.
He is your big. If you're a type of person that's going to gamble and take big swings again, and you got a 0.03% chance of it paying off.
What do you think about? I don't know about Gesicki. I'm not sure. Oh, that's who it is. Yes. The same game. Game. Irv Smith Jr.
The Vikings are playing not Philly.
Arizona.
Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, yep, okay. I was looking at him earlier. He went to Bama too.
Yeah, he did. So we're looking at what tight end we're going to use here. We got Freiermuth. Not sure his connection with Pickett yet.
No. Tunyon had a good game last week. I don't know about the Bills.
Smith.
Gesicki's trade talks. Logan Thomas against the Colts. Oh, that's another one of those.
I know. Let's come back to that.
Okay.
Let's go to our kickers here. All right. So we know it's not Baltimore. We're not doing Tucker. It's not the time.
How about Brett Maher?
Against Chicago and their who's going to be kicking field goals that can actually get down the field?
Who's got the best red zone defense? Cincinnati? So Cleveland's kicker? Cade York? I think he's like the
Oh,
number one
yeah, but
kicker in fantasy too.
I kind of want to
Um,
go for Santos again against Dallas. Bro, Dallas's defense is not, it's not to shake a stick at. Like,
I have them.
yeah,
Yeah, they are literally the number one defense in fantasy right now.
yeah, yeah.
Bills are number two.
So,
Yeah. So your top five
do,
kickers in the NFL, just real quick: Tucker, Daniel Carlson, Jason Myers. Carlson's a Raider. Jason Myers, Seahawks. Graham Gano, Giants, and Brett Maher, Dallas. So yeah, I mean, if Cairo Santos worked for you last week, man, grab him. If you
I'm
think
gonna pick him. I'm gonna do it.
Dallas is going to let him get to the 30.
I didn't realize I had number one core Genesis for him, man.
Oh, that's just another
Yeah,
reason.
let's go ahead and put that in. Let's do that.
And then
All
where
right,
are we at
defense.
now? Who got that good
Defense.
D?
Let's talk about defense.
I don't know about the Cowboys, man.
Oh,
They might be due for a quiet week.
who is gonna just eat
Cincinnati.
the Philadelphia Eagles? That defense against Pittsburgh at home
Ooh,
in Philly
yep.
against a rookie quarterback is going to just dismantle. And I'm a Pickett fan.
Hang on.
So
What did who'd New England just beat the tar out of? Detroit.
yep.
You know the Jets.
Yep.
The Jets go into New England. Just a heads up.
Oh yeah, and it's actually at New York. Yep.
And New England just got humiliated on Monday Night Football.
They did.
And before that, they were a pretty freaking good defense.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the
How you
Eagles
like?
here, man.
Okay.
I am.
For some of y'all others, if y'all have enough of these things to shuffle lineups around, I just
Yep.
look at New England's
Yep.
defense and decide for yourself. But I'm just going to plant that seed. There they are, not to be overlooked. They're
With
performing very well before they got clowned by Justin Fields.
here you go. Look at this. Number 2 for $8.
Boom.
Yeah, that's happening. We're doing that. Okay. Boom. Add to lineup. Okay. And one more flex player. Obviously, no doubt, DeAndre Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
No doubter. That's happening. Number 9. All right, now we're back to our tight end. Who goes off? And why?
Let's see. Yeah, this is in the week with no Travis Kelce. It's a real head scratcher. Does where are we at on Jameis? Is Taysom Hill going to get some QB work?
I don't know.
He's at the Raiders. That's a weird game. I don't know. I don't know about that one. You got T.J. Hawkinson home against Miami. Zach Ertz at the Vikings. David Njoku out. Everett by Dallas Goedert against the Steelers.
Question: Are you gonna buy? Are you picking this one up?
What's
Dulcich,
that?
$10 for $10. Number 10 for $10.
Number 10 for 10? I might actually.
Yeah.
No, you can go ahead and get it.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up. You think we just?
Yeah, I'm not
I
going to
mean,
get him
we- I
right
mean,
now, and by the time he might be gone. So
He might
what?
be gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Think
don't
we
have
put
like.
Dulcich in there?
I mean,
He's gonna get targets.
Would you rather win
The deal is with a tight end,
you
you
know,
want
if you win the
targets.
London game and you win this, your only,
That
I
may
mean,
actually
one of
take
your
it
only other
down.
choices is like, taking a flyer on like a Tunyon, a Juwan Johnson, a Daniel Bellinger, a Hayden Hurst, um, and a Hawkinson.
Oh, is Hawkinson gonna play?
He's a Q. And let's see if he's been practicing. Did not. He's DNP, so former first round
So he's
pick's no
not
stranger to
practicing.
playing through injuries. The Wednesday DNP is not as ominous as it seems. Coming off a
Okay.
448 line versus the Cowboys, Hawkinson will be a low TE1 if he was going to be a low TE1 against Seattle too. Look how it turned out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Love these
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Let me see here. Got Ertz.
So in my other league, I've got Hunter Henry. He's another guy that could be in line for some work. He was very quiet Monday.
He
But he
was.
gets snap.
He
He gets
was.
snap share, man. He gets snap share, and I think they're going to come with. New England is probably going to come with a renewed vigor and probably a different game plan than they went into, Monday night with against the Bears.
Score performance, 7 targets. I'm looking at it right now, man. I mean, we're really, you know, Smith. So Irv Smith brought in all 4 targets for 7 yards against the Dolphins. Um, hmm.
Kittle?
Kittle, yeah, against LA.
Would it be crazy? He's gotten 25 targets in the last 3 weeks.
You're right, because he's healthy now, and no matter what, they're gonna throw him the ball.
He's warming up, man. Yep, he's got his last 3 weeks have been week 5 was 547. Week 6 was 883. Week 7 was 698.1. So you see, it's just he's on a slope.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I could
I
see him
think
getting 12 targets this week.
I've got a. I could see that. Just for this, I'm gonna put Dulcich in, but we'll let you
And
guys know I'm gonna wind up putting Kittle there because I'm gonna go ahead and
with
save
Christian,
this lineup.
yeah, with Christian McCaffrey opening things up too.
True.
The
Yep.
defense is, dude, you got Debo, C-Mac, and Kittle coming back off, injury, and Jimmy's like, thank God, I've got Kittle back again. Defenses are going to be
Right.
looking around like, what the hell's going on? And Kittle's going to be running through the middle of the defense like,
Exactly.
that's one man's
Well,
opinion. I just saw Kittle out there, and I was like, there he is.
yeah, that's true. Guys, I hope this helps. I don't have any closing. I don't have any additional things to talk about here.
Nope.
I'm good. I'm set. We got lineups for you. You saw exactly what we're choosing here. I plan on literally taking everything down. So, Tom, what you got? Any final thoughts, final remarks for anything that's going on?
Actually, all I'd want to wrap with, and sorry if y'all hear the squeaking chair. I'm wearing noise canceling headphones, so I'm unaware of any noises until like later on. But yeah, just a few closing things to mention. People that are coming off injuries are Kyron Williams and Gus Edwards for the Ravens. Freshly injured, obviously, y'all probably know Brees Hall, Mike Williams out for about 4 weeks now. Conspicuously absent from Reignmakers, Kyron Williams, who he's the rookie from, I think, Notre Dame. He's on the Rams. The Rams are shopping Cam Akers. I don't know if y'all have Cam Akers. He might end up on a different team in a couple weeks. I don't know what's going on. But Kyron Williams is coming back off IR. He's a rookie who's supposed to have a large role in the offense. And another guy who's absent is Isaiah Pacheco, who I hear Clyde Edwards-Helaire is getting slid back in the pecking order. So, and Pacheco does not have a Rainmaker yet. So watch those drops. Keep an eye out for Isaiah Pacheco and Kyron Williams. Those are a couple running backs that could be money down the stretch. This is week 8, so yeah, week
Really?
9 through 17. You still got a couple months of football left. I don't know how this stuff works in the playoffs. I'm guessing a bunch of showdowns.
Yeah, it's gonna be it'll be some showdowns.
But yeah, you got a Ram and a Chief, and those are teams that should be in that conversation, in that postseason conversation. I was going to go over the trade deadline a little more, but I'll just highlight some skill position guys real quick that are getting shopped, allegedly. I got Zach Moss on the Bills, Mike Gesicki on the Dolphins, Denzel Mims on the Jets. I don't know how notable he is. I've got a couple of guards, a safety from Cincinnati, Kareem Hunt, Chase Claypool,
Chase Claypool.
Brandon Cooks.
We brought that up earlier.
That's 5. Albert this guy, I don't know.
For Denver.
Okwuegbunam.
Yeah.
The guy who's not Greg Dulcich. The guy who's a flavor of the week last year. So we'll call it 6. New hand. Ronald Jones, Rojo, Tampa's Rojo, who is now on Kansas City. He might be bouncing around the league a little bit more. And let's see what we got. Dallas defense. Ooh, another Gator, Kadarius Toney. The Giants might be shopping him. He was supposed to be the new Odell, but man, that man cannot stay healthy. And Amari Rogers, Green Bay Packers. Rogers and Rogers, the law firm's breaking up. And this is a guy who passes the hell out of my eye test. And I like him. And it's an absolute crime he hasn't gotten any work, because windows when you're a running back are so small. And I don't know if it's a mileage thing and he's still got 5 years from the time he starts running, or it's an age thing and the clock's just ticking on him. But I want to see Alexander Madison get some work this year.
That man.
I don't care where he is. I want to see him run with a football in his hand in a NFL game. Is that a starter role? I forget to put up a finger. Is that a 10? Is that 10? Okay, hang on. We got Nick Vinette, Keshawn Vaughn, Buccaneers, AJ Green, Cardinals, Cam Akers, Rams. Mentioned that a minute ago. And yep, that's it, man. So we got 10 to 13 real guys who are at least rumors of whom are floating around there on the market. And so where will they go? Yeah, Chase Claypool, and that's the main one that jumps out to me. And I mean, even I heard DJ Morgan floated around earlier today. So can you imagine Chase Claypool going to a Tampa Bay or a Green Bay, who's a little out of sorts right now and banged up wide receiving core, maybe needs some help. Aaron Rodgers is not getting along. He needs a fresh veteran wide receiver who can kind of pick up what he's putting down. He's missing Devontae so bad. I don't know about Chase Claypool so much, but I heard DJ Moore's name get floated out there, and if DJ Moore ends up in Green Bay, God help us.
Man, you're right.
That's it.
Facts.
And on that bombshell, that's been week 8, guys. Choose wisely.
Guys, hope you enjoyed it. Absolutely. We'll see you next week with week 9 and recap of week 8, and hope this helped all of you to make money, learn different things, get invested and get involved in what's going on. Because everything about Reignmakers is game changing. It really is. It's the reason why we do this. We love doing this. I mean, I talk football all day long, and
obviously.
yeah, all day.
We tried to put a time limit on this thing, guys. We tried to put a time limit. It didn't work. We
Yeah,
can't be
yeah.
tamed.
Well, we're right. Yeah. So, guys, enjoy it. Enjoy tomorrow night's barn burner. My goodness. Don't listen to what they're saying. It's going to be ridiculous. That just I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow night's game. All good things. Take care, guys. Till next week.
And something is happening in the world of crypto. I'm just going to leave that there. Take care, y'all. Good luck.